Hello and welcome to Audiotree Live. Today is Monday, September 18th, 2017, and today we're excited to have Madeline Kenney and her band here in the studio. Take it away with your first song, guys. You're watching Madeline Kenney on Audiotree Live. Thanks for tuning in, and thank you all for being here so much.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, of course. So first things first, so you put out your debut full-length record, Night Night at the First Landing. Say that 5 times fast.
I know, it's long. I know.
On September 1st, so congratulations on that.
Thanks.
And I read that you started working on this record almost immediately after you put out your 2016 EP Signals. So talk to me about that momentum and why you kind of decided to move from one creative project right into the next.
I feel like that's just kind of normal for me. I'm really impatient. And yeah, I was like walking out of like Chaz's apartment and I was like, okay, when are we doing the album? Like,
yeah.
I was so ready.
And Chaz, you're referring to Chaz, the producer of Toro y Moi, right?
Yeah,
correct.
yeah. He is Toro y Moi, and then he's the producer of the album, but and the EP. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I feel like some of the songs on the record were already written at the time of the EP, and kind of like filled in the blanks over the next couple months. But yeah, I was just ready to go. I'm just, scatterbrained. I want to be doing a million things at once.
Yeah, and sometimes I guess impatience can be a good motivator then in that way too,
I guess,
get stuff out.
Yes, it either gets me good things or it gets me in trouble. It's like about equal. So
in what way would it get you in trouble?
Oh, just doing too many things, and I'm always the person that's like, yes, I can do that. Yes, and then at the end of the day, I'm like, oh, I can't believe I have to do all these things for people. I'm like, I signed up for this.
Yeah, I think we all need to learn how to say no sometimes, right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm going to therapy for that, man. I know.
Hey, we all could use
hard.
a little therapy. Yeah. And then what was it like working with Chaz, kind of having that outside perspective? Was that helpful in the creative process? You still sort of helmed everything, but he was there as a voice for sure.
Yeah, the working with him was like, he's so busy. So basically, I just was, again, really impatient, tracked everything at home, and then had all these stems, and I was like, Chaz, when are we making the I was just bothering him all the time. He's like, oh, fine. So we did it, and that was great. But working with a producer, any producer, human person, is great to have a second set of ears or 10 sets of ears to hear things that you don't normally hear. I mean, I had Scott come over to my apartment when I was mixing the first round of mixes for the record, and I was like, does his bass sound terrible? Am I terrible? And he helped me. The drummer who played on the record helped me figure out drum sounds. I don't know. I had a lot of different ears other than Chaz's helping me. So
for sure, that's awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of layers on the record too, which is awesome.
A habit, I guess, maybe. I
yeah,
don't know.
For sure. I love it. Well, let's hear another one.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna tune real quick.
Arizona Bay is what will exist when LA falls into the ocean due to a major earthquake.
You're right that I knew. You're right that I knew. You're right. Even I was playing
Thanks for tuning into Audiotree Live. We're here with Madeline Kenney live in the studio. A lot of the songs on this record have a super dreamlike quality to them. And then there's also a ton of themes of childhood sort of running through the lyrics themselves. So I have to ask, when you all were little, what did you want to be when you grew up and why?
Scott, you want to start?
Yeah, Scott and Camille, feel free to chime in too.
I wanted to be a genius.
A genius.
Yeah, whatever that means.
How has that worked out for you?
Not well.
Madeline actually told me that she thinks you are a genius. So, in what way? Like, did you want to be a math genius or like
I think I just wanted it all. You know?
Yeah, don't we all? Don't we all? Well, I'd say you're pretty genius at what you're doing now with music, so you got that part covered. Camille, how about you?
I feel like I wanted to be a lot of things. Probably a wolf.
These
that
are
guy's really into wolves.
These are not the answers I was expecting. I was expecting maybe like a doctor or
My mom said one time I told her that I wanted to be a cashier.
a
In a
cashier.
grocery store when I grew up.
Yeah, I mean, that might be one of my dreams, to just work at Trader Joe's. They're all so happy and they've got Hawaiian shirts on. Not a bad life, right?
Heck yeah.
What about you, Madeline?
Mine are way less interesting than my band. I mean, as per usual, they're way cooler than me. But I don't know. I was like really into dance for a while. I thought I was gonna be a ballerina, but I like food a lot, so that didn't work out.
Yeah.
And
You're a baker, aren't you? Did I read that somewhere or hear that?
I was for like 9 years, and I
like
didn't
professionally, right? Or,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, that was what I did. Yeah, I don't do that anymore because like playing shows and then getting home at 2 a.m. and then getting up at 5 to bake like 500 loaves of bread is like
Yeah.
bad combo of
Yeah, for sure.
lifestyles.
What is the best thing you can bake? What's your strongest dessert?
Oh man, okay. My favorite thing to bake is like this. It's like a cornmeal almond meal cake with fruit on top, and my best friend and I have dubbed it the seduction cake because it's so good.
Seduction cake. I could use some of that right now for sure.
Yeah,
And
I'll
then
say no more on that.
You're kind of a serial hobbyist, right? So if that's even a word or phrase, but baking, you're also into like knitting and
I have a
weaving.
cowl that I knit over in the corner.
What is it?
Oh, just a tubular scarf.
Tubular scarf.
Yeah.
Nice. So how do you find time for music then with all of these varying hobbies?
Sometimes I don't. No, I don't know. I like to do a lot of things. I like to keep my hands busy, and I don't know. Even if I am like hanging out and watching TV, I'm making something. I started weaving recently. This is my new thing, and building pedals. That's my other new thing now. But I don't know. I feel like I need to make music, otherwise I'll really lose it. So
Yeah, for sure.
You make time for the things that you need, I guess.
Yeah. And then would you say you're like a multitasker? So you,
Yes.
yeah.
Successfully, maybe not, but I try. Yeah.
We're all striving to be successful multitaskers. People make it look easy, but it's not so easy.
I know.
Yeah.
One
Well,
day.
let's hear another song for sure.
Okay, cool.
Thanks for watching Audiotree Live. We're here in studio with Madeline Kenney. And you're California, correct?
I live in Oakland, California.
In Oakland,
yes.
California. Scott and Camille, are you also California-based?
Yep.
Awesome.
I live in Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas. So you're just joining for the fun of the tour,
Shipped
huh?
her out.
Yeah, you
Special ordered.
play in another project too in Austin, right?
Oh, yeah.
So-
I play in a band called Dead Recipe.
Cool.
And
Nice.
they are really amazing. And I started my own small label, and I helped them put out their EP.
Amazing.
Just listen to it.
Dead
It's
Recipe.
really good.
Love it.
Yeah.
That's a
thanks.
good band name.
Oh, thank you.
For sure. And then in San Francisco, you're actually, Madeline, involved with a studio called Women's Audio Mission.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Talk to me about Women's Audio Mission and kind of how you've stayed involved with them.
Yeah, it's an incredible studio, fully functioning recording studio in the Soma district of San Francisco. And their mission is to educate women and girls in the audio field, so like engineering, live sound, recording. Yeah, and basically like only 5% of the sounds that we hear as humans are made by women, and like in the engineering sense, and so they're trying to change that. So I am an intern, so I'm learning to engineer and to do that kind of stuff, but then I also just help out with events and generally promote the good word of Wham around if I can. But yeah, they're doing an amazing thing. It's much needed.
Yeah, and you mentioned building pedals as one of your hobbies. Is that something that you sort of learned how to do over there, or what?
Well, I learned like soldering and kind of like the basics of sound physics there, and then I've just been going to the library and getting geeky books on like DC circuits, and I don't know, it's so dorky.
Dorky is good.
But
love
yeah,
it.
just reading about I just like didn't learn about that stuff in school, so I felt robbed. So I'm like, I have so much catching up to do and to learn about all this to be able to make pedals. Anyway.
Yeah, well, as a female musician, I'm sure that also helps you. I think sometimes when you go into a venue to play, you're one of the only females in the room. Sometimes, most times.
Yeah.
So having that knowledge is kind of powerful.
I mean, anybody can learn about all that stuff, and I think, no matter who you are, it's important. It's important to know, but not gonna lie, it can be satisfying when, I don't know, some dude assumes that I don't know what I'm talking about, and then I just kind of let it pass through me, and I go, okay, all right, I know what I'm talking about. But
then you're like,
That's all right.
bam, I know how to build all these
No,
pedals.
I don't pull out that stop because I'm not that kind of person. But
Not aggressive like that. I can respect that. And then did being involved with that studio at all sort of influence the creative process of the record in any way, would you say?
My record was mostly recorded when I started working with Wham, but I've since been recording a couple things. I recorded a cover recently where we tracked the drums at Wham, and I engineered it, and my another intern played the drums, and then the program manager worked a outboard pedal, and I don't know, it was a family affair. It was really nice. So
That's cool.
That might come out, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah. So how many people are involved with that? Is it?
I don't know how many interns are there currently, but it's a pretty small staff. It's a nonprofit. But yeah, I don't know what else to tell you about it. But
that's an awesome
yeah,
mission.
it's a great place.
For sure.
Donate
Do they
to
have a
it.
website? Do you know?
Oh yeah, all sources on the internet. You got Instagram, Twitter, website, donation button, which you should click. Yeah.
Just a little plug there for Wham. Well, let's hear your last song if you're
Cool.
up for it.
Yeah. Thanks so much.
We don't have time for monsters again. I only had monsters doing.
Don't turn me away. Don't tell me to come back tomorrow. I've got my ways, and I want to make you proud. So I won't give up on anything now. So I won't give up on anything now. And I want to make you proud.
You're watching Audiotree Live with Madeline Kenney. Thank you all so much for stopping in and sharing your music with us. We'd like to thank everyone here in the studio today, the sound engineers, the camera and lighting crew, and to you, our viewers. You can support the band by downloading this session when it comes out in October. So keep an eye out on Audiotree's social media as well as the band's. And for upcoming tour dates of Madeline Kenney, you can check out mkenney, Kenney, music.com. From all of us here at Audiotree, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you real soon.
Thank you very much, everybody.